विश्वं दर्पणदृश्यमाननगरी तुल्यन्निजान्तर्गतं पश्यन्नात्मनि मायया बहिरिवोद्भूतं यथा निद्रया यस्साक्षात् कुरुते प्रबोधसमये स्वात्मानमेवाद्वयं तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये बीजस्यान्तरिवाङ्कुरो जगदिदं प्राङ्निर्विकल्पं पुनः मायाकल्पितदेशकालकलना वैचित्रचित्रीकृतं मायावीव विजृम्भयत्यपि महायोगी वयस्वेच्छया तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्तिः 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 सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः स्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो हरिष्ठनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्ददातु ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. So we'll start with the Agama Prakarana, and in the Bhashyam it is said Om iti etad aksharam idam sarvam tasya vyakya upavyakhyanam. So this is how the Upanishad begins. That's what Bhashyakara quotes, that this is how with this mantra this Agama Prakarana begins, means Upanishad begins, because the Upanishad and the Prakarana are together. And therefore Bhashyakara just begins. This is called Sambandha Bhashyam. Sambandha Bhashyam means introductory Bhashyam. And Shankaracharya treats this whole thing as a Prakarana Grantha. Prakarana Grantha. I will give you a definition of Prakarana Grantha. It will come. Because in the first chapter of a Karika, Agama Prakarana, the Mandukya Upanishad is included. And so, his sankalpa is, I am going to write a commentary on the Karika. But incidentally, he does treat the subject matter on the Upanishad. And it's sentences, mantras. So, Om Ityadi, this is the Upanishad part, but he quotes. Because it's a part of the Agama Prakarana, and he is going to give I told you, his commentary on a Karika only. But since Upanishad mantras are part of that Agama Prakarana, incidentally he mentions mantra also. So, but he looks upon the whole thing as a Prakarana, Agama Prakarana. Agama means a Shruti. So, Om iti etad aksharam, idam sarvam ityadi. Means the ityadi. So this is how Upanishad begins, with this mantra. The partly quotes. So Prakarana is that which deals with this subject matter. Subject matter of the Upanishad is dealt here in this Agama Prakarana. So Bhashyakara is dealing with the Prakarana. And in the course of this Prakarana, he deals with the Vakya also. And what is in further Bhashyam? Vedantartha Sara Sangraha Bhutam Idam Prakarana Chatushtayam Om iti etad aksharam ityadi arabhyate. So, Vedantartha Sara Sangraha Bhutam Idam Prakarana Chatushtayam. So, this Prakarana Chatushtaya, this 4-chaptered Prakarana is Chatushtayam. Prakarana Chatushtayam means 4-chaptered Prakarana, 4-chaptered treatise, let us say. in which each chapter is a prakarana, agama prakarana, vaitatya prakarana, etc., etc. So this, so it says here, Vedantartha Sara Sangraha Bhutam. Vedantartha. Vedanta means Upanishad. Artha, its meaning. The meaning of the Upanishad. Well, and when so many words are there, what is the meaning of this all Vakyas, mantras of the Upanishad? Well, Sara Sangraha Bhutam, which is well collected essence. Sangraha, collection. Sara Sangraha, well collected essence. Saram means essence. So collection essence is not proper. So this is a well collected essence. This prakarana is a well collected essence of the meaning of the words of Upanishad, Vedanta. Vedantartha Sara Sangraha Bhutam. Bhutam means this is all in this form. Sara Sangraha Bhutam. And what is the meaning of the Vakya of the Upanishad? Vedantartha, you said, the meaning of the Vakyas, meaning of the words of the Upanishad. Jiva Brahmaikyam. So that is the Artha. And that is well collected essence. Where? In this Prakarana, in this one place, Agama Prakarana. So this Prakarana Grantha with 4 chapters, while this Gaudapada Karika begins with this Omiti, Etad Aksharam, etc., etc. Upanishad Vakyas are there in the beginning, and afterwards Karika Shlokas are also there, and that that comprise Agama Prakarana. And Omiti Etad Aksharam, that part, Upanishad, is called Shastra. Definition of Shastra and definition of Prakarana is different. So Omiti Etad Aksharam, etc. is a Shastra, Upanishad, I mean. And definition of Shastra is what? Well, Eka Prayojanam Upanibaddham Asheshartha Pratipadakam. Asheshartha Pratipadakam. Pratipadakam, revealer. Asheshartha, without leaving anything, without leaving anything behind. So Shesham means leaving something. You left something, that's called Shesha. Asheshartham. You don't leave anything. So Shastra has, well, is a revealer. Or with Shastra is a revealer, of the meaning of this Jiva Brahmaikya, etc. that is revealed, well, with including all the various other arthas, means various prakriyas. Like even the Taittiriya I was talking to you, Karya Karana Prakriya is there, Panchakosha Viveka also is there. So Shastra, the Upanishad, does not leave anything. So far as the subject matter is concerned, it covers everything pertaining to that subject matter. And Eka Prayojanam, well, that itself, that is the Prayojanam for that. So Eka Prayojanam Upanibaddham Asheshartha Pratipadakam Shastram. That's how it has been defined. And here you can say even Prayojanam is what? Moksha. Why do you reveal this Jiva Brahmaikyam, covering all other aspects with this, all other aspects of this main subject matter? Why total? Because Eka Prayojanam Upanibaddham. Well, because Shastra has only one Prayojanam called Moksha. Like even, see, I can give you example. Ayurveda is also a Shastra. Because Eka Prayojanam, right? Various means, medicines, so many things are there in Ayurveda. But Prayojanam is one. And what is that Prayojanam? Sharirasya Swasthata is a Prayojanam. So basically, Ayurveda gives natural health to you. Swasthata means Swasmin Sthitihi Swasthata. Swasmin Sthiti, one abides in oneself. Means one, whatever the nature of oneself. Here body. So nature of body is health. So health is natural. So basically health is always considered to be the natural, and that natural health is always inhibited by disease. So the removal of the disease is the prayojanam of what? Shastra. Which Shastra? Ayurveda. Like that. So diseases are many problems are there. Headache, converse, well, everything. And the prayojanam of prayojanam of the Shastra, Ayurveda Shastra, It it caters various means and medicines and everything, but prayojanam is one. So this is called, so asheshartha pratipadakam. It doesn't, it reveals well without leaving behind anything. For one disease like pittam, right? We have a acidity and etc. I mean increase of a pittam etc. In the body pittam is there, but it increases. We call acidity. But it doesn't give one means, several means, and not just means, certain medicines also. Several means are there. Well, you should take a walk and this and that, and so many things are there. You should eat little less than what you were eating, you are normal eating. So then definitely it helps. Anyway, and then there are medicines also. So asheshartha, Shastra will not leave anything. So far as this inhibition is there of the pittam etc., acidity, which is inhibiting your normal health, well, so this is called definition of Shastra. So ek prayojanam upanibaddham asheshartha pratipadakam Shastra. And here also, in our case also, there is a roga, right? Bhavaroga elimination. So for that there is a one shastram, and it has to be complete. It should tell you Panchakosha Viveka, and then, well, keep a mum. No. Karyakarana Prakriya. No. Avasthatraya Prakriya. Several Prakriyas are there. Explained several ways. So it doesn't leave behind anything. And it has only one prayojanam, to make you free from Bhavaroga. That's it. So that is the criteria here. So Mandukya Upanishad Karika also is a Shastram, because Bhavaroga Nivrutti. Moksha Prapti Prayojanam. So it is adequate. Even though, actually, frankly speaking, this Agama Prakarana, all this is a treatise. Prakarana, it's a Prakaranam, not Shastram. But, and therefore, Prayojanam is Moksha, that is covered. From the Shastra's definition, the Prayojanam is Moksha is covered. Asheshartha Pratipadakam is not covered. It leaves, the Prakarana always leaves behind several things, like values. Now, in entire Mandukya Karika, you don't see Karma Yoga, values, this, that, etc. Upasana. In fact, Upasana has been condemned. Anyway, what I am saying is, so that is how it has been said by Bhashyakara, Vedantartha Sar Sangraha Bhutam. So it is an essence here, and therefore it's not covering everything, every aspect of the Vedanta Shastra. No. So, and that is how the definition of Prakarana is Shastra Ekadesha Sambandham Shastra Karyantare Sthitam Prakaranam. This is the definition. Shastra Ekadesha Sambandham. Prakarana means it deals with a one particular part of the subject matter of the Shastra, that is Vedanta, and also Shastra Karyantare Sthitam. Means it, even though it is covering one part of the Vedanta Shastra, discussing that, but still it is an independent work. Yeah. So therefore Shastra Karyantare Sthitam means it is an independent work. Therefore it is a Prakarana. If it covers everything, Shastra. If it covers one part of the subject matter, it is Prakarana. Prayojanam is same, Moksha. That's it. And because it is a Prakarana, he need not point out why it is a part of the Vedanta, and need not tell the Sambandha between the Prayojanam and the Shastra, or the Sambandha between Moksha and the Vedanta Shastra, who is Adhikari, what is the subject matter, what is the Sambandha, what is the Phalam. All these are, to be pointed out in a Vedanta Shastra. And therefore in a Prakarana, that is just being discussing a part of, one part of the subject matter of the Vedanta. Therefore, whatever will be the Anubandha Chatushtaya of the Vedanta will be the Anubandha Chatushtaya of the Prakarana. Therefore, sometimes Prakarana doesn't discuss Anubandha Chatushtaya. Who is Adhikari? What is the connection between Shastra and the subject matter? What is the connection between Shastra and the Moksha, the Prayojanam? And other so many things like that. So this is not discussed in a Prakarana generally, because it's ultimately discussing Shastra Ekadesha Sambandham. Vedanta Shastra Ekadesha Sambandham. connected to the one part of the subject matter of the Vedanta Shastra. So whatever be the Anubandha Chatushtaya of the Vedanta Shastra will be the Anubandha Chatushtaya of the Prakarana also. Therefore Bhashyakara says, Ataeva na pruthak sambandha abhideya prayojanani vaktavyani. Vaktavyani should be told. Na vaktavyani should not be told. Ataheva, because of this reason only. Means since Prakarana deals with the same subject matter, part of the subject matter of the Vedanta Shastra, and well, Shastra always discusses Anubandha Chatushtaya also. Shastra does not leave anything behind. Asheshartha Pratipadakam, right? And therefore, Shastra discusses even Anubandha Chatushtaya also. But Prakarana need not discuss. Ataheva, because of that reason, na pruthak, not independently, sambandha, connection, relation, abhideya, subject matter, and prayojanam, well, the result should not be, need not be discussed, pruthak, independently. It is subject matter is, and in fact subject matter is already stated also. So, yani eva tu vedante sambandha abhideya prayojanani tani eva iha bhavitum arhati. So, says the connection between Shastra and Moksha and the connection between Shastra and the subject matter are told. Yani, so the subject matter being not available for other pramanas, for other means of knowledge, has to be revealed by the Shastra. Therefore, between Shastra and the subject matter, what relation should be there? Revealer, revealed. Yeah. What's the relationship between eyes and the forms? Eyes are revealer, forms are revealed. Pratipadaka, pratipadya sambandha. Pratipadaka, revealer. Pratipadyam, revealed. The subject matter is revealed. Very unique, right? That's how it is a pramana. So far as Jiva Brahma Ikyam is concerned, there is no other pramana, no means of knowledge other than Shastra. So between Shastra and the subject matter, Vishaya, subject matter, here it is called Abhideya. But between Shastra and the subject matter, what is the relationship? Pratipadaka, Pratipadya Sambandha. Clear? So this is how it has been said here. Then between Shastra and the result, Moksha. So between Moksha and Shastra, well, also there is a Sambandha. So people may be confused, right? You want freedom. Then why are you looking into the book? You want freedom, right? Then you should look at yourself. Why are you looking there? So between Shastra and Moksha, what is the connection? Definitely. But then we have to say, well, if you want to fix up your eyebrows, well, why are you looking into the mirror? You look up little, your eyes, you make it little up, and it will be able to... No, same way. Shastra is a darpana, to look at yourself. That's how it is. And therefore, definitely, between Shastra and the Moksha. And what is the Shastra is a word, pramana, Shabda pramana, will give you what? Knowledge. That knowledge will give you moksha, right? And therefore, Shastra becomes a means. Moksha is a end. Sadhana sadhya sambandha. Yeah, this is how we have to understand. So, see, all this is very important. I want moksha. And I am reading Upanishad or listening to Upanishad, and somebody says, why are you studying all these things? You want freedom, right? Then you look at yourself, etc. Anyway. And so, so Shastra and everything else, you have to connect. Shastra also, when you say Shastra and this moksha, etc., well, everything comes into the picture along with the Shastra. What comes? The teacher, etc. also comes, right? Who will definitely, will hold the mirror properly so that you can see yourself into that, etc. So author of the Karika need not tell the Sambandhas and Abhideya, etc. and so on. Because Yani eva Vedante tani eva atrapi, or you can say that Yani eva Vedante Sambandha Abhideya Prayojani tani eva atrahi, or iha bhavitum arhati. Same thing. Bhavitum arhati means it deserves. Whatever is the Anubandha Chatushtaya of the Vedanta will be the Anubandha Chatushtaya Prakarana. Therefore, well, in this exposition, well, the presentation of what? Vedantartha Sara Sangraha Bhutam. In this Prakarana, In this treatise of the 4 Prakaranas, well, you will find the Sara Sangrabhutam, collected essence of the Vedanta, not every detail, including even Anubandha Chatushtaya also. Tathapi, Acharya says, see, Tathapi, Prakarana Vyachikhyasuna, Sankshepatah Vaktavyani. Well, Tathapi, even though this is the thing, I need not discuss Anubandha Chatushtaya, well, still, there are some people who are interested and interested people and understanding this Upanishad and this Prakarana, and therefore Prakarana Vyachikhyasuna. So Vyachikhyasuna Tritiya. So, well, by me, who is desirer of expounding this Prakarana by my commentary. By me, Sankshepatah Vaktavyani. Well, I should be told by me briefly. What should be told? Anubandha Chatushtaya. Therefore, you will not have to go elsewhere to search for all these things. Okay. Tatra, tasmin vishay. Tatra means tasmin vishay. With regards to this subject matter, means with regard to this Anubandha Chatushtayam, prayojanavat sadhana abhivanjakatvena abhideya sambaddham shastram paramparyena vishishta sambandha abhideya prayojanavat bhavati. Before I go further, let me ask you, are you comfortable with this Bhashyam or not? I hope so. If you study with the Bhashyam, it's a complete study. Otherwise, I can just, open the Karikas and that would not be, let's go further. We'll see. We'll see in future to drop Bhashyam or not. Right now, I feel that I am also having little enthusiasm for, and I'm enthu for this actually. So, and you should have, at least, for the sake of our Acharya, who has written this comment with so much of effort, at least a little bit study will be, for the gain in Guru Kripa, really. So, which should be done. Anyway, so, and I will explain you every word, don't worry. Tatra means tasmin vishaye, tasmin arthe, prayojanavat sadhana abhivanjaketvena, like a question is asked. This mokshaya kim sadhanam. Two things are there. Mokshaya kim sadhanam. For moksha, what is the sadhanam? What is the means? Then you don't answer. Why? Whom you are asking this question for whom? It is for Jiva or it is for Ishvara? Who is interested in this moksha? Well, Ishvara is always mukta, nitya mukta. And Jiva is what? Baddha. I will explain you what is this Baddha. So Jiva is basically feeling a bondage. Ishvara mukta. Ishvara is free. Therefore, this moksha is, what is the sadhanam for moksha? That question is relevant only for the Jiva, not for the Ishvara who is who knows that I am free. Hey, Ishvara is free how? That's the question. Oh, because Ishvara is doing Ishvara is creating everything and sustaining everything and resolving everything. Therefore, he is free. No, sir. More the job, more the issues, right? More the job, more the issues. If a woman, she is having only household thing, she has less issues, less problems. But she is also, doing some job, etc. together, raising the children also. This person, the father doesn't do anything. So then, more the jobs, more the problems. So if Ishvara is creating everything, and therefore, just by doing that, he will have more problems, not free. He will be bound. And not only this, his language is Sanskrit. And so he has to decode, all the other languages, because all the petitions which reach to him in all languages, Russian language, and it reaches in Gujarati language also. So, and even and certain prayers are there, with their prayers themselves are conflicting prayers. And therefore, basically, Ishvara has more issues. Then how Ishvara, you said moksha kim sadhanam is not applicable to Ishvara. This, what is the sadhanam for moksha is not applicable to Ishvara. It's only for Jiva. Not that Ishvara is doing all this, therefore it is free. Well, ignorance is not there. That's it. Abba. So if ignorance is not there, you are free. So we'll see that. So Jiva has a very little knowledge. He is almost ignorant of everything. Almost. And whereas Ishvara is sarvajna, there is no Atma ignorance, self-ignorance, no Mula Vidya, and there is no other object ignorance. And therefore, there is no Tula Vidya. So, his ever freeness comes from his Swarupa, not from his job. If Swarupena Ishvara Muktaha, if Swarupena, his nature is freedom, then Jiva also is what? Swarupena Muktaha. Jiva also is free. And therefore, if Jiva is free and yet he is feeling bound, that means, Swarupa Ajnanam alone is a bondage. And so, ignorance of one's own Swarupa alone is a bondage. Bondage is only a sense, If you are free but you feel bound, to feel bound you don't require real bondage. A mere sense of bondage is good enough. And Puja Swami used to give an example which I want to share with you. And and Swamiji gave this, how the bondage is just a sense. He says one feels bound only when one does not like a situation. A very interesting thing. Several places I heard this example of Swamiji, how the bondage is just a sense and it is not real bondage. So years back, Swamiji has witnessed that. Years back, there was a big protest in Delhi against, this cow slaughter. And then the politicians who were, demonstrating, etc., protesting, they recruited sadhus also in order to, give a little impact on their protest. So they recruited sadhus also for the protest. And then the protester, definitely, they had a sit-in, basically in front of the parliament. They used to sit there in front of parliament and raising slogans, etc. And then they were arrested, all. So politicians along with the sadhus, all were arrested and then sent to the jail and then released later. After a few days, the sadhus were again recruited for the same purpose. And this time many more were willing to go, because those who went to jail earlier, they spread the word. What? That in the jail it is better than being outside. Food is good and it comes to you. And you do not have to stand in queue for getting it. So, like an Annakshetra, Kali Kamli Wala, you have to stand in queue and you have to get it. Here it comes to your cell. So again, nobody disturbs you in the jail, and so you are left alone in your cell, etc. And so the place is very good for even meditation also. So jail is ideal for all of us. And therefore, so that next time when the protest was done, many more sadhus were recruited. And so you can understand how can you imprison such sadhus, right? The sadhus who are put in prison, they don't feel that they are imprisoned. And therefore, four walls do not make a prison actually, because the sadhus like to be there. So bondage is purely a notion. And this sense of bond, what is that, Swamiji? How will you define bondage? I am this much. This notion, notion regarding oneself. I am this much. Well, this is with respect to body, etc. I am this much means I am the body. I am memory. I am senses. I am emotions, etc., etc. I am hunger. I am thirst. I am this much. That is bondage. Because this I am this much, that notion is born of what? Self-ignorance. Naturally, to say I am body means, naturally it is a notion born of self-ignorance. You are not the body. You are body, at the same time you are much more than the body. You are not this body, you are all the bodies. That's a knowledge. I am this body or I am this much is definitely. And therefore, definitely that's how Swarup Ajnanam alone is a bondage, which is not there in Ishvara's case. That's it. The rest of the things, well, doesn't help for gaining freedom. What he does and all this, karma phala data and this, and he creates an entire universe. Oh, those things, well, no. Just because he is free from Mula Vidya. He, of course, is free from Tula Vidya also, but that's how we call Sarvagnya, etc. But so that is the thing. In that case, Jiva Swarupa and Ishvara Swarupa are one alone. Jiva doesn't know one's own Swarupa, and therefore he says, I am this much. Ishvara definitely doesn't say that way. So Ishvara is free from such notions. Anyway. And therefore, Swarupa Jnanam is a bondage. Then, well, to gain moksha, what? Swarupa Jnanam. And so what is a moksha sadhanam? Swarupa Jnanam. Akarta, bhokta, etc. I am akarta, bhokta. So, whatever else you think that you are is not what you are. That's it. So, I am Atma Brahma. Well, basically this Aikya knowledge, I am aparoksha Atma iti, Brahma iti, sarvasya karanam, etc. It is a cause of everything, etc. And that Brahman is myself. That Jnanam is the moksha sadhanam, means for gaining moksha. There is no other sadhana. Jnanam is a sadhanam. Therefore, it is said, what is said? Prayojanavat sadhanam. This sadhana, this Jnanam, is it has got this prayojanam. Prayojanavat, which consists of this prayojanam. The Jnanam, well, this kind of a Jnanam, Sarupa Jnanam, has got this prayojanam. So, Tatra means with regard to this Anubandha Chatushtaya, Prayojanavat sadhana, Abhivanjakatvena. And so, and this basically in this moksha, Abhivanjakatvena, by revealing that Vishaya, Abhideya, Shastra is connected to the Prayojanam. So, Jnanam is connected to the moksha. Shastra is connected to the moksha. But Shastra is connected to moksha how? Well, Shastra reveals this Jnanam, Jiva Ishvara Aikya Jnanam. That Jiva Ishvara Aikya Jnanam is a direct means, sadhanam, for moksha. So, prayojanavat sadhana abhivanjakatvena shastram prayojanavat bhavati. Shastra also has got the purpose of Shastra also has got a purpose of moksha, but how? Definitely it is by paramparyena. See, Shastram paramparyena, gradually, kramena, Vishishta Sambandhavat, Vishishta Sambandha Abhideya Prayojanavat. Vishishta Sambandha, between itself and the subject matter, well, there is a Sambandha, that's a Vishishta Sambandha. What is the Sambandha between Shastra and the subject matter? Revealer, revealed. So, Pratipadaka Pratipadya Sambandha is there, and well, so what is Pratipadyam? Jnanam, Jiveshwara Aikya Jnanam, identity Jnanam, and that Jnanam will give moksha. That is sadhana. So, first Shastra reveals the subject matter, Abhideya, and that is Brahmatma Aikyam, and that will be a Prayojanavat. That sadhanam, Jnanam, Aikya Jnanam is a Prayojanavat. It has got the purpose of moksha. So that's how Shastra also Prayojanavat. It is, Bhashyakara says, Shastra also is Prayojanavat. Shastra also has a purpose of moksha, but paramparyena, kramena. Shastra reveals subject matter, that Jnanam, Jiveshwara Aikya Jnanam, and that gives moksha. Whereas this Jnanam gives moksha directly, not paramparyena. That's in form of freedom. You are free. That's what it is. By identity, what? Between you and Brahman, between you and Ishvara, Ishvara is free. And the identity says, well, you are also free. You are Ishvara means you are free. And so you do not, so this is Prayojanavat Shastra. Therefore, you do not study Shastra just to speculate on Brahman, etc. So it's not an academic study. Because Shastra itself prayojanavat, Shastra itself serves the purpose of giving you moksha. And therefore, so it is prayojanavat Shastra. So nobody can say I am not interested in moksha, honestly. One can say I am not interested in moksha only when he does not understand what he is really interested in. If I don't know in what I am really interested in, then I will make this statement that I am not interested in moksha. Am I making a sense? No, I want money. Where is your moksha, etc.? Well, so you ask him. First you ask, what is that you are interested in? He will tell something, money first. And that is good enough for asking several questions. Why are you interested in money? Well, I want to marry. I want to buy a house. I want to have lots of objects of enjoyment, etc., etc. Why do you want all these things? Well, because I am a displeased person, I'm lacking. I'm a limited being, and therefore definitely I look for the objects of enjoyment. Or house, etc. I want. What for? Or I want to have a bank balance. For what for? Oh, I feel that I'm feeling insecure. If he says, well, why do you feel insecure? That's what I am, he says. Therefore, that's it. That's it. So, means I am insecure. That is the final thing. So, so you want a freedom from insecurity. For that purpose, you want money and this and house and everything. Ultimately, you want to get rid of the sense of insecurity. So, you want freedom from that. You want moksha. But he doesn't understand. That's how moksha has been, said as a parama purushartha, parama prayojana. Okay. Further, kim punaha tat prayojanam iti uchyate rogartasya iva roga nivruttau swasthata tatha dukkhatmakasya atmanah dvaita prapancha upashame swasthata advaita bhavaha prayojanam. So, rogartasya, one who is distressed by roga, disease. Roga artham is distressed. Rogena arthaha rogarthaha. Tasya, rogartasya. So one who is distressed by the disease. So when the roga goes away, so roga nivruttau, when this disease goes away, well, he becomes free from the disease. Well, swasthata, he comes back to his natural, normal health. So up to this is an example. Eva means like means this is example. So rogartasya eva roga nivruttau swasthata. That's an example. Tatha means then our thing only. So in the same way, well, here we also have a roga, our normal sarupa, our normal nature, that Atma is Nitya Mukta, Shuddha Buddha Mukta, etc. That's a sarupa of Atma. That is my health, normal health, that is my nature, natural state. Well, that is then this has been covered as though this fellow has a roga, bhava roga, like aham sukhi, dukhi, karta, bhokta, etc. This is all foreign. This is alien to this sarupa. Therefore, you have to go back to your natural state, to your sarupa, Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Sabhava. So, well, because how can you say I am sukhi, dukhi, karta, bhokta is a illness? How can you say that? Well, because you are not comfortable. Anyone who has an illness cannot be comfortable. And so, because it is not in his natural health, your natural health is there. Only in a deep sleep state you are. So, there you are free from this kartrutvam, bhoktrutvam, dukhitvam, sukhitvam, etc. everything. So, you are just yourself. In a deep sleep state, you are nowhere. Your eye is not placed in the body, your eye is not placed in memory, your eye is not placed in senses, your eye is not placed in a hunger, thirst, nowhere. Eye is placed in eye. That's it. And then you are happy and you don't want to get up also. So you are comfortable by nature. Naturally you are comfortable, but when you wake up, well, this bhava roga starts. right? And therefore you need some treatment. Yeah. So in order to be comfortable, you also want to, you want some treatment. So aham, sukhi, dukhi, etc. is looked upon as a disease, a bhavaroga. One is born with actually this. It's a good old problem. It's an inherited disease, By death, it is not going to go away. It has to be treated. And who will be the doctor? Well, doctor must not be an ordinary doctor. He is a doctor of a Yamaraja also. So, fear of mortality, etc., is one of the symptoms of the disease. So, a sense of incompleteness is also a disease, a symptom, let us say. So, there are many other ramifications. You can take it here. So, dukkhatmakasya, Bhashyakara says, dukkhatmakasya atmanaha. One takes oneself as a dukkhatmaka. One takes oneself as a dukkhi. One takes oneself as a karta. If you take yourself as a karta, then dukkha will follow. Naturally, guilt will arise, naturally. Guilt will definitely arise. Or you say, I am bhokta, definitely, your hurt will be there. So, that dukkham, that ahankara, is the beginning of the dvaitam. The first article of dvaitam is this, ahankara. Dvaitam starts not there. We point out the finger, look at that, this all is a duality. No. When you point a finger, already a finger is pointed at initially. You take yourself to be a ego, individual. Then rest, wherever you point a finger, well, automatically the duality will be there. See, the ego I is basically insecure and is inadequate, naturally. And who has got hundreds of opinions. People ask this question, what is ahankara? So I am saying this. Ahankara means ego, the I, which is inadequate. And who has got hundreds of opinions about himself. And not only that, who buys the lots of opinions of others about himself. That is called ahankara. I buy a lot of opinions from others about myself. I take it. If you say, Swami, you are like this. Yes. I immediately say, I am like that. And even if I deny, inside I feel like I may be like that. So this is ahankara. When this ahankara is there, automatically the world is different from you. When you say, I am this, naturally, the world will be different from you. So Dvaita Bhava will arise. That's how Bhashyakara now talks about this Dvaitam, which is a cause of all issues, samsara. So, Ahankara is looked upon as something independent from everything else and as a limited entity. And that Ahankara and everything that is seen by Ahankara, etc., is subject-object. So, what is seen by you, the Ahankara, that what is seen is object. And the seer is that ahankara. So seers in duality is there. And when will it resolve? If I do something, can I resolve this duality? Well, if you do something, as a result, it may go away, but it will come back. Like you take a sleeping pill, it will go away. As you sleep, the subject-object duality goes away. Or you meditate, you go into the nirvikalpaka state. So Sushupti also is a nirvikalpaka state, but you are not interested in that natural nirvikalpaka state. You are interested in a samadhi, and therefore you may do that, Ashtanga Yoga, etc., and reach to nirvikalpa samadhi also. It will go away. Even in a moment of joy, really speaking, because in a moment of joy, you accept yourself as it is, you accept the world as it is. You don't find any division between subject and object in the moment of joy. That is why you have an experience of wholeness. Wholeness is nothing but subject plus object, nothing else. And therefore, in a moment of joy, in your wholeness, both are accommodated. The very ego, the subject, and the object. You don't have any issue in the moment of joy. Yeah. So, well, that's also very welcome. That's also a nirvikalpaka state. To be honest with you, in a moment of joy, it's a timeless state. even you are not aware of time. Time awareness is not there in a moment of joy. That is how people who are, there are lovebirds and all, and when they are talking together and, walking together and all that. And how many hours have gone? Even they may be talking over phone also. We don't know, but I'm just saying. So subject-object division gets subject-object division is as though melted. You don't have a time awareness, you don't have a place awareness. Really. When time, place comes in your awareness, all Dvaitam will be there. Like you are aware right now. You are aware that this is a time. Swami has to talk, now 15 minutes only left, and I'm sitting here in my room, etc. It's there. Swamiji, that I is what? Definitely ego, Ahankara. Where time and space awareness, place awareness is there. And then definitely, if you have this ego awareness, self-aware is that ego, then definitely world is different from you, that also will be there. So if you do something and as a result this subject-object duality goes away, it will come back. And if you apply some pressure, it may not come for some time. But you find that when the pressure is released, then the problem will start again. Then what should be done? It is only this Dvaitam goes away, Nivritti, right? Bhashyakara says, is only by seeing the object as Atma and seeing the subject also as Atma. That's it. Seeing subject-object as Atma, one Atma alone, this Dvaita Prapancha Upashama. So that is going to come, that Upashama, etc. word also. Anyway, so no other Upashama. No, Upashama means resolution. No other resolution is possible. So while experiencing subject-object thing, Dvaitam, duality, you understand a non-dual self as a basis of both, the truth of both. That's the thing, cognitively. So even though experientially you have a duality, cognitively, while you are appreciating a non-dual Atma, Brahman, etc., as a basis. Well, that is how Dvaita Nivritti takes place. So anyway, so Roga visits, Roga means when this Dvaita brings all Roga, Bhava Roga, etc. So I remember Swamiji remarks at one place that if Roga, visits, it's okay. But if health is visiting you, that means you are normally in a Roga, then it is better to quit. So when Roga visits, it's fine. And most of the time you are healthy. Roga visits sometime, then it's nice. But health visits you, and most of the time you are, normally remaining in Roga, then definitely it's better to quit. And better to do a prayer that Bhagavan, please take away this body, give me a new body, which is free from the Roga. Okay. So this is regarding this, Sambandha Bhashyam. Then Bhashyakara says, Dvaita Prapanchasya Avidya Krutatvat Vidyaya Tad Upashamaha Syat Iti Brahma Vidya Prakashanaya Asyaha Arambaha Kriyate. Well, Dvaita Prapancha is born of Avidya. Why? Because Dvaita Prapancha means I am individual, everything is different from me. I am this, everything is basically different from me. And I am this, that's what the born of ignorance. That's what we saw. Therefore, Dvaita Prapanchasya Avidya Krutatvat. It's born of Avidya only. Vidyaya Tadupashamaha. So resolution of that Avidya and Dvaita Prapancha. You can say Tadupashamaha, Dvaitopashamaha, along with Avidya, the duality will cease to be, along with Avidya, which is the cause of it. How? Vidyaya, by knowledge, Syat. And therefore, to give that knowledge, to reveal that knowledge, Brahma Vidya Prakashanaya. So, in order to reveal that Brahma Vidya to the students who want this moksha, Asyaha Arambaha Kriyate. Therefore, we begin this, etc. We'll see that in the after tomorrow. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.